Please make some noise for.
That would be me, your host, Ryan Neff. The first episode of Four Down Territory, formerly End Zone to End Zone. We're still working on music and a logo for it. All things NFL. I'm my man, Norm, Cole County Entertainment Network, which is where this show is. He's working on that for me. And hopefully we'll have that as soon as possible. But I know he's a busy dude and he's working on it. But welcome to the first edition. And I don't know why it says early evening sports buffet with the Ginch on there. I don't know why it's saying that. I don't know why it has that under my name. It wasn't there before I came on. And now, all of a sudden, it's there. So I have no idea. I was looking to get rid of it. We'll keep it up there, though. Screw it. Let's just jump into it, shall we? Week 12 of the NFL season is in the books. Actually, week 13. My bad. It all started on Thanksgiving. Packers beat the Lions 31-24. There's something wrong with the Lions. I can't pinpoint it. I said yesterday, I can't remember the gentleman's name that came on with Fuji and I. They covered the Detroit Lions in our special preseason show, the 2025 preview. He said the Lions were going to go 12-5. And I kind of scoffed at it. Lions are going to have to win 5 straight to do that. And I don't see that happening. But Green Bay, Jordan Love had a day. He was 18-30, 234 yards, 4 touchdowns, more importantly, no picks. Josh Jacobs, 17 carries, 83 yards. Dontavian Wicks, 6 catches, 94 yards, 2 touchdowns receiving. Your leading tackler was Isaiah McDuffie, 12 total tackles. For the Lions, Jared Goff, 20-26, 256, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Jahmyr Gibbs, 20 carries, 68 yards. Jameson Williams, stepping up. Amon-Ra St. Brown got hurt. Jameson Williams, 7 catches, 144 yards, and a touchdown receiving. Leading tackler, Brian Branch, 10 total tackles. Clean game. No turnovers. But really what I had circled here was Green Bay was 3 of 3 on 4th down. Detroit, 0 for 2. We all know how Dan Campbell likes to go for it. He was unsuccessful in his 2 attempts. The Riverboat Gambler needs to tailor that back a little bit. Just you can punt the ball, take the points, live for another day. Total yards were even. 3rd down conversion, Detroit actually won. But look, Green Bay converted their 4th downs. Detroit did not. Packers are sitting at 8-3-1. The Lions are sitting at 7-5. And again, the Lions, if the playoffs started today, they would be out of the playoffs altogether. So the Lions need to do some work. And really, when I took a look at it, Jahmyr Gibbs got his 20 catches for 68. They have abandoned David Montgomery. I don't know why. They have gotten away from giving him the ball. I think they're giving it to Jahmyr a little too much. Last year, when there was balance between those two, that's what propelled the Lions to success during the regular season. And they're going to have to correct something because the season's dwindling down here. We will have to keep an eye on that. Forgot to mention anybody who was in the path of the storm today. Now, we got all rain here right outside of Philadelphia. Poconos, the higher elevation you got, obviously the more snow. The rain-snow line kept fluctuating, but we saw all rain. So But stay bundled up because the cold isn't coming. As we follow the bouncing ball, my Chiefs lost to the Cowboys 31-28. And again, I am still sticking to my prediction. I said in the preseason, I was not a homer. I did not like what the Chiefs did in the offseason, trying to run it back with the same players from last year. I know they bolstered up the offensive line. How's that working out for you? And I'm still sticking to it that they're not going to make the playoffs. Over the last 20 years, go back and take a look at what's happened to the Super Bowl loser from the previous year, the following year. Patrick Mahomes played well, 23 of 34, 261 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks. Kareem Hunt, 14 carries, 58 yards. Rashee Rice, 8 catches, 92 yards, 2 touchdowns. Nick Bolton with 11 solo tackles, your leading tackler for the Chefs. For Dallas, Dak Prescott was 27 of 39, 320 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. Javonte Williams, 17 carries, 59 yards. CeeDee Lamb had 7 for 112 and a receiving touchdown. Jadeveon Clowney, Demarion Overshown, and Siobhan Rebel Jr. 6 total tackles. We go to the team stats. Again, the game could have gone either way. Chiefs defense didn't show up. Total yards favored the Cowboys. Cowboys won the rushing battle. The Cowboys were better on third down. The Chiefs 3 of 3 on fourth down. But again, the Chiefs in the past would find ways to win these games. This year, they're not. The playoffs started today. The Chiefs would be out of business. I know I saw Andy Reid's comments from a couple days ago. He said that they can win 5 in a row and go 11-6 and probably make a wild card. Not happening. Not the way this Chiefs team's playing. I don't see it. The Cowboys now find themselves a game and a half out of first, by the way, with that tie. But because the Eagles shit the bed on Friday. But the Chiefs are in trouble. At some point, the run had to end. I know there's 5 games left. I know I'm supposed to like the positive vibes and stuff like that. I've watched these teams all year, and the Chiefs, they don't got it. I'm sorry. Bengals beat the Ravens when Joe Burrow's returned. It just seems like when Joe Burrow's on the field, it's just obviously a different Bengals team. They beat the Ravens handily, 32-14. Joe Burrow, 24 of 46, 261, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Chase Brown, 15 carries for 78 yards. Jamar Chase, 7 catches, 110 yards receiving. Jordan Battle, 10 total tackles. For the Ravens, Lamar Jackson, not a good game. 17 of 32, 246 yards, no touchdowns and a pick. Derrick Henry, 10 carries for 60 yards and a touchdown. When your backup tight end's your leading receiver, you're in trouble. Isaiah Likely, 5 catches for 95 yards. Roquan Smith, 11 total tackles. All you need to know, Baltimore turned it over 5 times, Cincinnati once. When you turn it over, when you're -4 in the turnover margin and you're 3 of 10 on third down, you're not going to win many games, period. Hence the ass whooping. Ravens are now 4-8. I'm sorry, the Ravens are 6-6. The Ravens are 4-8. Thus ends the Ravens' 5-game win streak. And the Bengals are only 2 games out of first with Joe Burrow back. 8-9 might win this division. And the Bengals could win this division and be the 4th seed in the playoffs. And if they are healthy, with a healthy Joe Burrow going into the playoffs, I would not want. I care. So say what you want about the defense. It's just a different attitude defensively when Burrow's out there. On Friday, the Bears handled the Eagles 24-15. Eagles now have lost 2 straight. Caleb Williams for the Bears was 17-36, 154 yards and a touchdown and a pick. Kyle Monangai and DeAndre Swift, each over 120 yards rushing, and each a touchdown rushing. Get to that in a minute. Cole Kmet, 3 catches, 36 yards and a touch. Jaquan Brisker and Kevin Byard III, 6 total tackles. For the Eagles, Jalen Hurts, 19-34, 230 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Saquon Barkley, 13 touches out of the backfield for 56 yards. A.J. Brown's happy, 10 catches for 132 yards, 2 touchdowns receiving. Reed Blankenship, 14 total tackles. I will just say this. All you need to know, Chicago ran the ball 47 times for 281 yards. The Eagles ran it. What is that here? 17 times for 87 yards. That's all you need to know. Bears were 10-17 on third down. The Eagles were 4-12. So the combination of that led to, the score doesn't really tell the domination that the Bears did over the Eagles. Bears are 9-3. If the playoffs ended today, they'd be the number 1 seed. The Eagles now 8-4. Cowboys right on their tail in the division. Sunday's games, the 49ers beat the Browns 26-8. It didn't matter if Shedeur Sanders was back there, Dylan Gabriel, Colonel Sanders, Peter Gabriel. Wouldn't have mattered for the Browns. They stink. Brock Purdy for the 49ers was 16-29, 168 yards, a touchdown, no picks. Christian McCaffrey, 20 carries, 53 yards, and a touchdown. San Francisco receiving, George Kittle, your leading receiver, 4 catches, 67 yards, and the leading tackler was Cleveland Farrell, 9 total tackles. For the Browns, Shedeur was 16-25, 149 yards, a touchdown, no picks. Quinshawn Judkins, 23 carries for 91 yards. Harold Fanning Jr., 3 catches, 43 yards, and a touchdown, your leading Cleveland receiver. Carson Schwezinger, 10 total tackles. The team stats, again, all you need to know. Browns turned it over twice. San Francisco turned it over none. San Francisco was 11-17 on third down, and Cleveland was 3 of 11. It's therefore thusly and ergo. San Francisco with the W. San Francisco is now 9-4, solidly in a wild card berth with eyes on a division title. Browns fall to 3-9, and I guess getting ready for Christmas dinner. Jaguars beat the Texans. They pull into a tie with the Colts now for the division lead. Titans stink. It was horrible. Trevor Lawrence for the Jags was 16-27, 229 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Really, the Jags neither team could run the ball. Jacksonville rushing it collectively was 27 carries for 70 yards, I guess just enough. Jacksonville receiving, Jacoby Myers, 6 catches, 90 yards, and a tutty. Jacksonville's defense, Devin Lloyd, your leading tackler, with 8. The Titans, Cam Ward was 24-38, 141 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. Tony Pollard, 10 carries, 60 yards. Chig Okonkwo, 4 catches, 29 yards receiving. Cedric Gray, 9 total tackles. Go to the team stats. Look, both teams were horrible on third down. Tennessee turns it over twice. Jags none. The Titans went forward on fourth down 4 times, and they converted once. Really an abysmal game by both teams, but the Jags made the most of their opportunities. Jags win 25-3. The Jags now tied for the division lead with the Colts at 8-4. The Titans are 1-11, and I guess getting ready for their New Year's Eve party. The reason why the Colts are tied with the Texans is because the Texans now a game behind, both of them. Beat the Colts 20-16, defensive game. For the Texans, C.J. Stroud was 22 of 35, 276 yards, no touchdowns and a pick. Woody Marks, 19 carries for 64 yards. Houston receiving Nico Collins, 5 catches, 98 yards receiving. Aziz Al-Shair, 8 total tackles. Indy passing, Daniel Jones was 14 of 27, 201 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Jonathan Taylor, 21 carries, 85 yards. Receiving wise, Alec Pierce, 4 for 78 and a touchdown. Zaire Franklin, 13 total tackles. Go to the team stats. The Texans way better on third down conversions. Texans outrushed the Colts. They outpassed the Colts. Made the most of their opportunities, and it was a squeaker. But the Texans find a way. And again, Colts Jags in the AFC South tied at 8-4, and the Texans breathing down their necks at 7-5. Dolphins beat the Saints and a little bit closer than I thought it would be, because the Saints are atrocious. Tyler Shough was 26 of 38, 239 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. New Orleans could not run the football, 27 carries for 81 yards. Devon Vale, 8 catches, 91 yards, and a receiving touchdown. Your leading receiver, Demario Davis, 9 total tackles. For the Dolphins, Tua, 12 of 23, 157, no touchdowns, and a pick. Both quarterbacks were sacked 4 times. Devin Achane, have a day, 22 carries, 134 yards, and a touchdown rushing. Darren Waller, 2 catches, 47 yards, leading receiver. Jordan Brooks, 12 total tackles. We go to the team stats. Dolphins won the turnover battle 2-1. Both teams had a defensive touchdown. But again, Miami 164 yards rushing to New Orleans 81 yards rushing. Really the difference in the ball game. The Saints are 2-10 and getting ready for a cruise. And the Dolphins now 5-7 with a slight, it's a very, very, very slight chance of making the playoffs. I called the Texans upset this past week, and I also called the Jets were going to beat the Falcons. They did, 27-24. For the Falcons was 21 of 33, 234 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. Bijan Robinson, a good day, 23 carries, 142 yards, and a touchdown. Kyle Pitts, 7 catches, 82 yards. The Divine Diablo, 8 total tackles, along with Caden Ellis. For New York, Tyrod Taylor, presentable, 19 of 33, 172 yards, a touchdown, no picks. Breece Hall, 19 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown. Leading receiver, Adonai Mitchell, 8 catches, 102 yards, and a touchdown. Receiving, Malachi Moore, 10 total tackles. Go to the team stats. New York was better on third down. They just made one more play than the Falcons did. The turnover by the Falcons hurt. So the Jets get the win. They are 3-9. The Falcons are 4-8. I thought the Cardinals would win this game, and they didn't. They came back a little bit to make the score respectable, I guess. But the Buccaneers beat the Cardinals to get back on the winning track, 20-17. For Arizona, Jacoby Brissett was 29 of 40, 301 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. Ken had your quarterback throwing it 40 times. Bam Knight, 11 carries, 62 yards rushing. Trey McBride having a year, 8 catches, 82 yards, and a touchdown receiving. Akeem Davis Gaither, 10 total tackles. For the Buckaroos, Baker Mayfield was 18 of 28, 194 yards, a touchdown, no picks. Bucky Irving, 17 carries, 61 yards, and a tutty. Chris Godwin Jr. is back, 3 catches, 78 yards receiving. Servocia Dennis, Servocia Dennis. I guess that's it. 11 total tackles. Again, what I have written down here, if you want to know it in a nutshell, Arizona turned it over twice, Tampa Bay none. Tampa Bay was way better on third down conversions. That was the difference in the game. Tampa Bay at 7-5, battling with the Panthers now for the division. Cardinals are now 3-9, and I guess getting ready for a ski trip. The reason why they're in a battle with the Panthers playing good football. They beat the Rams 31-28. Good, entertaining game. Matthew Stafford, 18 of 28, 243 yards, 2 touchdowns, but he threw 2 picks. He hadn't thrown a pick since 2.5 months, I think it was. Blake Corum and Kyron Williams, each with a touchdown rushing. Xavier Smith for Los Angeles, your leading receiver, 3 for 82. Devontae Adams added 2 receiving touchdowns. Byron Young and Nate Landman, 8 total tackles apiece. For the Panthers, Bryce Young played well. 15 of 20 for 206 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Chuba Hubbard, 17 carries, 83 yards, your leading rusher. Jalen Coker, 4 catches for 74 yards, and a touchdown receiving. And Lathan Ransom, 11 total tackles. We go to the team stats. All you need to know, Carolina won the rushing battle. They were +3 in the turnover battle because Los Angeles turned it over 3 times, Panthers 0. And the Panthers were 7 of 15 on third down. Los Angeles 2 of 5. And Carolina was 3 of 3 on third down. So Panthers with the big win. They are sitting at 7-6. And the Rams now at 9-3, and they are in a battle for the NFC West. Seahawks pasted the Vikings 26-0. The Vikings are a mess. A big mess. Max Brosmer looked horrible. He was 19 of 30, 126 yards, no touchdowns, threw the 4 picks. Minnesota couldn't run the football, 16 for 66. TJ Hawkinson, 6 carries, 59 yards. Eric Wilson, 11 total tackles. For Seattle, Sam Darnold was 14 of 26, 128 yards, no touchdowns, more importantly, no picks. Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet, each with over 50 yards rushing. A.J. Barner, your leading receiver, 4 catches for 38 yards. Ernest Jones, the 4th, 12 total tackles. We go to the team stats. Again, Minnesota turned it over 5 times, Seattle twice. Seattle had one of those turnovers, turned it into a defensive touchdown. Minnesota was they looked like ass, really. They were 2 of 10 on third down. Seattle was 6 of 15. Again, Minnesota's they're a mess. Seattle's 9-3. Vikings are 4-8. And just the Vikings are looking for answers. I mean, big time. Bills beat the Steelers 26-7, which makes My buddies over there at Steel City Renegades, they are very, they're in an unpleasant mood right now with this Steelers team. And again, after the game, Aaron Rodgers, the narcissist that I call him, um, he threw his receivers under the bus. 90% of the time, he never takes accountability for anything, period. That's the Aaron Rodgers that I know. He'll probably tomorrow go in a dark room, smoke his peyote, and think about it. Josh Allen was 15 to 23, a touchdown and a pick. James Cook, the third, 32 carries, 144 yards. Let me say that again. 32 carries, 144 yards. If you have a bull in the backfield, ride him. 32 carries, 144 yards. You very rarely ever see that in the National Football League. He also caught 3 for 33. Shaq Thompson, 9 total tackles. For the Steelers, Aaron was 10 to 21, 117 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. Jaylen Warren, 10 carries, 35 yards, and a touchdown. Steelers ran the ball 18 times for 58 yards. I'm just going to throw this in here now. Buffalo ran it 51 times for 249 yards. You see the difference. The NFL, it's not fucking rocket science. Run the goddamn football. It opens everything else up. You run the football, control the clock, you're going to win games. And if you're going to run the football, don't abandon it. Both teams turned it over twice. Pittsburgh was 3 of 9 on third down. Buffalo was 8 of 15. When you're out rushing your opponent, basically 4 to 1, you're not going to win many games. Steelers tied with the Ravens at 6 and 6 for the AFC North. The Bills are 8 and 4, battling right now for a wild card. Chargers beat the Raiders 31 to 14. Raiders they're abysmal. Geno Smith was 18 to 23, 165 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. Las Vegas ran it 18 times for 31 yards. Because Geno Smith was sacked 5 times. Brock Bowers, 4 catches, 63 yards, 2 touchdowns receiving. Jeremy Chinn, 17 total tackles. For the Chargers, Justin Herbert, 15 to 20, 151 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. Kamani Vidal filling in nicely for the injured Marion Hampton, 25 carries, 126 yards, and a touchdown. Ladd McConkey, 4 catches, 39 yards, and a touchdown receiving. Denzel Perryman and Uli Tuipulotu, 5 total tackles. Team stats. The Raiders were 2 of 8 on third down. The Chargers were 12 of 17. Chargers had the ball almost 36 minutes. Rushing yards, Los Angeles 192. The Raiders 31. You're being outrushed 6 to 1. You can't convert on third downs. You're going to get your ass kicked. Chargers 8 and 4. The Raiders 2 and 10. The Chargers in the thick of a wild card race. Broncos beat the Commanders. The Broncos continue to find ways to win. It's not pretty, and they had to do it in overtime. But they get the W. Bo Nix was 29 of 45, 321 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. RJ Harvey, 13 carries for 35 yards, 2 touchdowns. Evan Ingram, 6 catches, 79 yards. Noah Hufanga, 13 total tackles. For the Commanders, Marcus Mariota, 28 of 50, 294 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. 50 attempts. He also ran the ball 10 times for 55 yards, your leading rusher. Zach Ertz, 10 catches, 106 yards receiving. Terry McLaurin, 7 for 96 and a touchdown. Leading tackler, Bobby Wagner, with 8 total tackles. We go to the team stats. Washington outrushed Denver. Total yards were about the same. Third down conversion was the same. Washington was better on fourth down. How the hell did they lose the game? When you look at the stats. Again, losing teams find ways to lose. Winning teams find ways to win. Commanders are 3-9. Broncos now 10-2. I would say firmly in control of the AFC West right now. And then, of course, the game yesterday, the Patriots beat the shit out of the Giants, 33-15. I couldn't stay up and watch it. I wasn't going to watch that slop. Knew the Giants were going to lose the game. Patriots actually now are for real, I believe, with the way this team is playing. People will point to their schedule and say it's Cupcake City. Can only play who's on your schedule. Jackson Dart in his return, 17-24, 139 yards, a touchdown, and no picks. Devin Singletary, 12 catches, 68 yards, rushing and a touchdown for the Giants. Darius Slayton, 2 catches, 41 yards and a touchdown. The tackler was Zaire Barnes with 13 total tackles. For New England, Drake May was 24 of 31, 282 yards, 2 touchdowns, and no picks. Travion Henderson, 11 carries, 67 yards. Hunter Henry, 4 catches for 73 yards. Christian Ellis, 10 total tackles. Go to the team stats. Really all you need to know, Giants were 0 of 3 on fourth down. They were horrible on third down. Patriots were a little bit better on third down. They just, again, made the most of their opportunities. New England had the defensive touchdown. Again, Patriots 11-2, Giants 2-11. So, after this week, as I did yesterday, I will go back to the standings. Right now, if the season ended today, the Patriots would win the East in the AFC. Ravens would still win the North. The Jaguars would win the South. Broncos would win the West. Your wild card teams would be Buffalo, Indy, and the Chargers. If it ended today. In the NFC, in the East, Philadelphia, they would still win the East. The Bears would win the North. Buccaneers would still win the South. The Rams would still win the West. Your wild card teams would be the Packers, the Seahawks, and the 49ers. So we're getting down to the nitty gritty. So let's look ahead to this week. Week number 14. Sorry, week number 14. It all kicks up on Thursday. The Cowboys are playing the Lions. Prime Video. Detroit's favored by 3. Over-under's 54.5. Cowboys are playing well and the Lions aren't. But are the Lions really going to fall to 7-6? I don't think so. I know Dallas is playing better. But I still have to go with the Lions. It's going to be close. I'm going to go Lions 27, Cowboys 24. Saturday, 1 p.m. on Fox, the Seahawks travel to take on the Falcons. Seahawks favored by 7. Kirk Cousins will be quarterbacking the Falcons the rest of the way. Sam Darnold, what are we going to get out of Sam Darnold? It'll be a 10 a.m. start third time. I think it's close. I'm still going to take Seahawks. Seahawks 28, Falcons 24. 1 p.m. on Fox, the 4-8 Bengals travel to take on the 8-4 Bills. Buffalo favored by 5.5. It's going to be 28 degrees. Bills defense, I know they played well against Pittsburgh. Both these defenses aren't that good. Joe Burrow is back. They're going to make a playoff push. I know Bills fans are not going to be happy with me. I'm taking the Bengals on the road. I'm going to go Bengals 26, Bills 21. 1 p.m. on Fox. Someone has to win this game. The Titans are at the Browns. Cleveland favored by 4.5. It's going to be 30 degrees. I'm just going to take the Browns. Thank you for the thumbs up there. I'm going to take the Browns just because they have the better defense. It's going to be close. I think the first one to 17 points will win. I'm going to go Browns 17, Titans 13. 1 p.m. on Fox, the Commanders are at the Vikings. Someone has to win the game. Minnesota is favored by 1.5. I had no idea. No clue. I'll go Commanders 21, Vikings 21. How's that? I won't pick a winner. Tie. 1 p.m. on CBS. Your 5-7 Dolphins at your 3-9 Jets. Temperature is going to be 41 degrees. Miami's favored by 2.5. You know what? I'm going to pick the Jets again. I think they win a close one. Dolphins don't want a part of the cold weather. I'm going to go Jets 24, Dolphins 17. 1 p.m. on CBS, the Saints are at the Buccaneers. Tampa Bay is favored by 8.5. The Saints are they're not good at all. Buccaneers 30, Saints 17. 1 p.m. on CBS, probably one of the games of the day. One of the games of the day. Colts at the Jags. Whoever wins this game will be in the lead in the AFC South. Huge ramifications. You got Indy favored by 1.5. I don't like the direction that the Colts are going. Jags seem to be figuring it out. I'm going to go Jags 27, Colts 23. Another huge one on the day. 1 p.m. CBS. 6-6 Steelers at 6-6 Ravens. Baltimore's favored by 6. Both teams looked terrible last week. Because the Ravens are at home, slightly better defense. Ravens 21, Steelers 17. 4 p.m. on CBS, the 10-2 Broncos at the 2-10 Raiders. Denver's favored by only 7.5 for some odd reason. Broncos always seem to keep games close, play down to the competition. I don't see it in this one. Broncos 31, Raiders 13. Another huge one, 4:25 p.m. on Fox. The 9-3 Bears at the 8-3-1 Packers. Green Bay's favored by 6.5. The weather, 20 degrees at kickoff, and it'll just get colder as it gets darker. Bears are playing well. They beat the Eagles on the road. I just don't think they're going to beat the Packers on the road, on the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. I'm going to take the Packers. Packers 27, Bears 21. 4:25 p.m. on Fox. The 9-3 Rams at the 3-9 Cardinals. Rams are favored by 7.5. I think this is a get-right game for the Rams, even though the Cardinals play the Rams tough sometimes. Rams 30, Cardinals 20. 8:20 p.m. NBC and Peacock. My Chiefs playing the Texans. Kansas City's favored by 3.5. The weather at kickoff, the temperature will be 27 degrees. I'll do it. I'll say because of the cold weather, even though the Texans defense is playing fantastically right now, I'll say the Chiefs do just enough and beat the Texans. I'll go Chiefs 24, Texans 20. Then a big one on Monday night, ABC and ESPN. 8-4 Eagles at the 8-4 Chargers. Philly's favored by 3. So somebody knows something that I don't. I don't trust either team right now, but I trust the Eagles a little bit more than the Chargers because the Chargers are kind of squirrely. So I'm going to pick the Eagles on the road. I'm going to go Eagles 27, Chargers 23. So there you have it. Again, first edition of 4 Down Territory, formerly End Zone to End Zone. All things NFL. Coming up in 19 minutes at 7 p.m. on the Cole County Entertainment Network. Another edition of Early Eating Sports Buffet with the Ginch. On the program, at 7 o'clock, Brian Scott Rippey will be on. He covers LSU, I'm sorry. Ole Miss football, all things Ole Miss. At BS Rippey on the Twitter machine, writing rippywrites.substack.com. You can sign up now for half off the original cost of nothing. Podcast part of at Rebel Grove, at MPW_digital network, former MAIS athlete. Podcast.apple.com/us/podcast/RIP. We will be talking the Lane Kiffin fiasco. I've got my thoughts. I want to hear his thoughts on how it went. And then at 7:30, Mr. Price Carter will be joining me at Price A. Carter on the Tweeter Machine. He covers Kansas City Chiefs football. He's a draft analysis podcast host at Arrowhead Addict. Chiefs Film at FTN Fantasy, hashtag GBR. We'll be talking about my Chiefs, where they go from here, what happens if they miss the playoffs, where they're going to go. I've got my own opinions on the chefs. I'm going to pick his brain. So join me, 7 o'clock, Cole County Entertainment Network. I'll see everybody back here at 7 p.m. Excuse me. Got to find the music again. Where is it? Got to find some music to play me out. Here we go. Till I get regular music. Again, I will see everybody back at 7 p.m. here on the Cole County Entertainment Network for Early Evening Sports Buffet with the Gitch. See you then.